Glacier, Trina here. Today's challenge is going to be some front foot targeting. So hopefully you guys found some good stuff to work on. Here are some things I found in the yard and garage and whatnot. We have just kind of a flat, round dish here, right? Okay, ready, set, go. Wait, we have a skateboard. Skateboard, we'll talk. We want to, secure it, put your foot on it, help it, using something that's gonna move, but eventually they can learn to mitigate that movement, so that could be a lot of fun. We have some rubber stock feed pans. Sit down. We have some rubber stock feed pans. We have them doubled up because they kind of push in the middle. Glacier's 75 pounds, a little heavy, so sometimes they squish down and make it a little harder for them if I double them up, so a little more firm. A brick, like lots of people have this kind of stuff laying around their yard. I'm not picking that up to show you, sorry. I have a bucket. This bucket's really light. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is sometimes you might need to secure things in one fashion or the other. So I don't know why I'm carrying around this cheese right now, but I'll get to that. So what I found, if I have a grassy yard, obviously I'm not doing it into the cement here, so that's why I'm not going to use this bucket. But I have stakes of various sorts, 10 stakes. They have a hook on them, so I'm able to pound that down into some grassy area and sturdy that light bucket right up with a hammer. Some other things over on safety, if things are real slippery surface, you might want to consider wrapping it with something that will give a little grip. And so shelving liner, really handy. Old cut up yoga mats can be handy too. You can wrap around things, but you got to make sure that's secure so it's not slipping off it as well. So just little tricks of the trade, taking these with me. Let's see, we have a tire ramp, right, or a car ramp, right, that we can use, something a little different. We could probably do several things with that. I have an old plastic shelf that was in the garbage. Like she said it was going to the garbage. I'm like, what do you mean? That's gold right there. That might be something I want to wrap my shelving liner around though. Maybe even put it over a brick to give it so it doesn't have so much slip to it. Might need to be created. You could put a couple stakes in the side of it if it was in the grass and help sturdy that up too. Put it up against the wall with a brick, make a step. I mean, there's so many things you can do with that and combining things. We've got a little garden planter. Same thing as the bucket. You might want to try to figure out a way to secure that, stake it down. I mean, some of the dogs get better and better and they can mitigate that. But at first you don't want it flying all over. You can even sometimes hold it, with your feet and give it some stability that way. So just think about their safety is always really important. I have a little cooler. You could use coolers of various sizes, but this nice little shorty is a great little beginner one. But there's another cooler over there almost drug over, but I figured one was enough. This little box, I mean, lots of people shop on Amazon, get boxes on all sorts of sizes. Some of them are really sturdy. This one actually is a wine box, and it had some of the stuff to keep the bottles from breaking in there, so it actually has stuff fitted inside of it. So I was like, that is also gold. Okay, so that's kind of my stash that I found for front foot targeting. And the reason I'm carrying this cheese around is because it's very important that you bring something to motivate your dog. Cheese, toy. With Glacier, I use food. Toys get him way too overstimulated. He loves toys, but that's a different kind of play and a different kind of work for us. So important to know your dog, figure out what motivates him. This is supposed to be fun. We are never going to force our dogs onto something. We are going to let them somewhat what I would call a self-discover with a little, maybe luring and help and coaxing, but not too much coaxing. no pulling, no pushing, no picking their foot up and placing it on it. Those things are just, they're not fun. That's not letting the dog figure it out. That's not helping them learn. And it's not working together and building that trust, right? You want your dog to trust you. So again, safety is really important in these things. So I'm going to show you some front foot targeting with Glacier and some different things that you can do. Some people have been working with us and do some of this stuff in classes, and so they might be pretty proficient at already targeting with their front feet, and so I want to show them some things that they can work on as well. But I'm going to start with the easiest one, and something that you want to get very, very solid before you move on to harder things, anything that might be scary, moving, like that skateboard. That skateboard, you guys, that's way down the road, okay? So let's see. I'm gonna start with this brick, and the reason being is the brick is very heavy and sturdy, and it's probably not gonna go anywhere. Glacier's also done this. Oh, yep, he's ready to go. So he knows this whole game. So, break, good. So what I'll do when I'm working with the dogs, good, is I reset them frequently. So I want them to have lots of opportunities to make the approach and get it correct, so they really understand what it is the reward is coming for. And I'll do a lot of luring, break. He likes to try to catch it. He likes to make his own games. That's okay. Hey, let's go, right here. Get it, good boy. So, one of the things I like to do is give them a command to go get it, or I'll use my break command to release them. Either works. So, get it, right, for him. And it's all in how you train your dog. There's no hard and fast rules on what you train things and how you train them and what you call them. Good boy. I can, while he's standing up here, work on some eye contact. Good. Break. With my sunglasses on, good for the dog, but the sun's shining right in my eyes, and he knows what this game is, so good. Oh, he's like, no I don't, you're frustrating me. Good boy, break. He really does like the catching, but that's okay. It's fun for him. That little jumping and catching actually gives him a little dopamine burst, and it means that they're enjoying it. Okay, so he's pretty good at this, as you can see. Let's go. There's a leaf blowing. Glacier, leave it. Good boy. Good, leave it. Good boy. Let's go right here. Good. So I'm just going to practice on a couple different things. Get it. See that movement? So what I could have done to sturdy that up is put my foot there. And so when he steps, good. Get it. I keep it from flipping out from under him. Okay? So good example of what we're trying to avoid. And again, as they get more proficient. Glacier. Then they can tolerate a little more, but we still don't want any sort of injuries happening from slipping. Good boy. Step. I use step for his front feet to come onto something. You can use, again, whatever you want. I'm going to do just one more. Good. Good. Get it. Get it. Good. All right. So here we are back with Glacier. I want to show the next thing you might do with front foot targeting. So now that he's really good at getting his front feet on, I will start using my movement to turn, and I might have to put my hand in the middle of the target a little bit and get him, there we go, good, to move his back end just a little bit. One little tiny step, good, and you're rewarding, okay? You're not asking for a lot. And I've worked with Glacier to kind of keep it good in front of me this way, so he's just following my movement. Plus I got this handful of cheese right here that he's super focused on. Sometimes, good, they get over focused on the food, him included, and I actually will have to put the food good away, okay? So round objects work really well, good for doing this rotation stuff, good. And you just want to take it slow, good. One step at a time. One foot movement. I don't even care if both, good. Both feet move, Joe. Good. He's like, I don't care, give me more cheese. Good. All right, and don't overdo it, right? This really works their core right there and their hind end and stuff, and so we don't want to do too much too fast. But really, just a little bit of movement at a time. Some dogs will work if you hold, he's going to move away, but you have to get a little closer. You can kind of step to get them to move away. But I really prefer to teach them to stay in front of me and move with me this way. Good. Break. All right. So you see, I want you to see his panting here. That's one of his, for him and most dogs, you know, if it's hot, of course not. But that's a sign that he is getting fatigued, right? He didn't start panting like that. All right, so here I am with Motley. Motley loves this stuff. And hey, get him back, all right? I'm not gonna fight with him if he's not ready to engage. Sit. Sit, there we go, good. So that's what I'm looking for, and what I'll do on this break is a sit-stand exercise, and basically I want them to keep their front feet, get it, good boy, on the brick while they do a sit-stand. And I want them to hold the sit really till I ask for the stand, but I'm not being too picky right now. Good, good. Not being too picky right now because really sit-stand is the exercise that I'm after in the long run. I would just like to maybe have them hold it in one position or another and have a little more control, but take what you can get to start. One more time. Oh, sit, good. Maybe you shouldn't do the one more time and break because he is getting tired. It doesn't take much when you're doing this kind of work. Just like us at the gym, you gotta work up to it. This is like core hind end work. All this, having their front feet up puts more weight onto their back end and makes them engage their core depending on the types of things you're doing. So take it easy, but and have fun. Make it fun for them. They'll start offering it. You saw when he first came out, and right now he just gets up and offers it. He thinks it's a good time. Good way to stay engaged, and don't forget to reward, reward, reward.